Good morning, day 161. Cooking down the freezer, refrigerator, and working pantry meals. So it's not a bad day out today. It's going to be in the upper 60s, which will be very nice for working in the garden. I have my helper coming today to try and get everything moved around so that in the future I won't have to have all this work. That's the whole point of this big project that I made for myself. What happened? I only got half a cup of coffee. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll add some cream and see if it's not too strong. I have a feeling it will be, but we'll have to try it. Anyway, maybe I'll try running it through on a small setting a second time. But back to the garden. So once these boxes are moved, I should be able to maintain things for myself. At least that's my hope. And it's one of the things in a list of projects that I've created for myself just to make life easier for future me. Things that are getting hard for me to do, like maintain my house. Was never a problem before, but now, I have multiple rooms in this house that I don't use for anything in particular. And there's still a lot of stuff in them. I've been downsizing for, probably about 3 or 4 years, but the process is very slow. And I think I have to up that a notch. Just really get tough with myself and get things out of here that I'm no longer using. Because it is getting difficult for me to maintain and I don't want to move. When I moved into this house, I had in mind that this would be my retirement home, and that when things got to be too much for me, that I would just live on the first floor. And I actually did that for about a year when I broke my hip. The only thing I went upstairs for was to shower and, get my clothes. But for the most part, I even slept on the daybed down here. So anyway, that's still my plan, and if that doesn't work well, then I'll have to adjust to something else. But anyway, and that's part of the reason I'm cooking down my freezer, because I don't want to maintain all that frozen food anymore. I don't want to have to, when I open my freezer door, food comes tumbling out, because for me, that's a waste of money and a bit of overkill, because a lot of times the food gets shoved to the back of the freezer, never to be seen again until it's frostbitten, and then it goes in the garbage. So that's one of the things that I'm working on, and to try and eliminate that problem. So anyway, I will be back in a little while, and we'll see what's for breakfast, day 161. All right, breakfast, day 161. My helper will be here in 45 minutes, so I need to keep breakfast simple today. I think I'm going to have a couple of eggs. And I still have some egg salad here, but I want to use up these veggies and this sausage from the other day. So that's what I'm having for breakfast this morning, day 161, and I'll meet you at the stove. All right, Well, it's been a good while since I've done any shopping, and that's okay. That's a good thing because I've been using the money that I'm saving from food to do my garden. And so I guess I'm an advocate of the rob Peter to pay Paul, but trust me, I'm not doing without. I have plenty of food, and it's good food. It's not cheap food that I just pick up because it's cheap. So anyway, I'm having breakfast a little earlier today because my helper is going to be here in about 40 minutes. So I have to get going on this and make some eggs. I'm going to make some scrambled eggs with some of the veggies I have left over from Bob Evans. And the bowl that we got at Bob Evans was like $9.99, something like that. But so far, I've gotten 3 meals out of the vegetables. Okay, so I have here my Beyond, or Impossible sausage, that's what it was. It's beyond impossible what they're doing with the meats. And then here I have some of the veggies. So I have a little bit of butter in here, and I'm just going to heat up these vegetables. And I'm going to make this like a scramble instead of an omelet because it's easier and it tastes pretty much the same. But I'm also going to cut up this meat rather than eat it as a patty. And just by adding things to your leftovers, you can make new meals. So you don't feel like you're eating the same thing every day, because that gets boring. I know some people don't mind that, but it's not my thing. I like to make different things out of what I have. And that way I don't get bored. So this will be plenty of food. I'm going to have this with some toast, and I'm still working on my Walmart bread. So I'm going to let that cook for a minute, and then I'll add my eggs. Okay, I've added my eggs to the veggies, and I'm just going to scramble those up. And sometimes I like a little salsa, mild salsa on my eggs. I don't have any open, so I'm just going to add just the slightest bit of Tony's Chachere's seasoning because eggs are usually kind of on the bland side. And then I also have a little bit of Happy Farms cheese that I always keep on hand. This one happens to be the Mexican style, and I like to get 1 bag of Italian style and 1 bag of Mexican style. Depending on what I'm cooking, I find it to be very versatile. Alright, so last but not least, I'm going to add some of this cheese. And that will be a quick and easy breakfast that I can have before my helper comes. Okay, so there we have it, a very substantial breakfast for day 161. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this and get ready for my day of heavy labor. Not in a good way. All right, I'll be back later. I'm in my comfy chair, and because Today was a very, very busy day. My helper showed up, and thank God he sent me a helper, because this lady is such a nice lady and she's such a hard worker. My mom actually found her through a friend of hers who goes to church with this lady. And she is just the nicest lady. She really, really hustles and gets things done. So we've got all the boxes moved, and it only took like a couple of hours. I helped, we carried the heavy dirt, took the dirt out, put it in a bucket, carried the buckets, moved the city picker boxes, put them on the table, then moved the dirt and put it back in the boxes. It was a lot of work, a lot of hauling, because there were altogether, I had 6 boxes. 2 of them I did myself, and it took me like all day. And then we moved 4 more, and that took a couple of hours. Plus that I have some really big black totes, and the 2 of us were able to carry those and put those in the garden, because if I had done those myself, I would have had to do the same thing. Take the dirt out, put it in a bucket, and yada, yada, yada. So I am so thankful that that is finally done. My garden is set up. Now all I have to do is plant some seeds. I still have a few starts that I want to put in, but for today I'm done. So, but it was a very, very productive day. And after Memorial Day, I'm going to see, she said she would come back, and I want to put up the new fencing. Plus, I want to, the area where I moved the garden from now is just dirt. So I have some tiles that I originally bought for my deck, but I didn't have enough of them, and I think they're going to work just lovely in that area. So I'm reusing things that I have as much as I can. I've had the city picker boxes for years. I've had the big black totes for years. But future me needed something new and different so that I could continue to garden. So anyway, yesterday I was feeling kind of down. It was like, oh, I have all this stuff to do. I don't have the ability to do it all myself, so I'm really happy that things worked out the way it did. So if you can't do something anymore and you're trying to simplify things, whether it's purging or gardening or whatever, try to enlist the help of other people. Whether that's a family member, a friend, somebody, if you can afford to pay somebody, somebody you get through your community, check with your church. Sometimes there's young people that want to earn a little bit of money that, it's not that expensive. They have, bills for college and things like that they need to pay. Check with your community center, all those things. So don't be too proud to ask for help, because you don't want to get depressed and you don't want to just give up. That's not a good option. So anyway, today, after I got all this done, I feel much better. I feel like my goals were accomplished. I'm not done yet, but I know that I can handle the things that I still have to do. So all in all, it was a very productive day, and I'm in a much happier mood. But because yesterday I was feeling kind of down. I really was. And it happens to all of us, where circumstances make it so that you can't do all the things you want to do. But I always tell myself, this too shall pass. And it always does. Well, even if it takes a couple days or, whatever, it always does. Well, hello, it's not time for your treat yet. Nope, not yet. You have a half an hour to wait yet. she's poking me. No, not yet. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Hang in there. Don't be too proud to ask for help. And it's the old saying, ask and you shall receive. Yeah, God helps those who help themselves. This is true. You don't want to sit back and just have everybody do everything for you. That's not a good thing. But also ask and you shall receive. Put it out there. Ask the Lord for help. If that's not your belief, then put it out in the universe or whoever you follow. Put it out there. And it'll come to you. In my lifetime, everything that I've asked for, I've pretty much received. So, okay, let me show you what I got done. I think I recorded it. Hopefully it came out. And I'll show you the new setup. And then I'll be back with Somebody's taking a suntan. Does that feel good? I know, sunshine feels good. All right. Oh, I'm so thankful we got all the boxes moved. So now I can plant things in there. I even moved the garlic. I put everything in one box. So that's going to be getting some sunshine. And I can get into all the areas where I need to get. So, yes, we are done moving the boxes and everything. So I'm just so grateful to my helper. I mean, we got it done in a couple of hours, and it would have taken me probably days to get that all accomplished. So we moved these 3 big pots. Those are just weeds. I can do those. We filled up the grow towers. So we got a lot done today. I still have to plant my grapes. There's one and there's one, and those are going on the other side of the fence. So she's going to come back and help me set up my new fencing. And I'm just so thankful that everything got done. So now I have more plants to put in, not plants, but seeds. I can get those put in. And, yep, I'm getting some blueberries. I hope nobody eats them. So that's done. And then in this section, we set up the new table, and this is the one I got at Big Lots for 25% off. Regularly $80, and it cost me $60. I thought that was a great deal. So this section is pretty much done, other than cleaning up a few things. And then, of course, the fencing, the taller fencing will go up here. And she said she would come back and help me with that. So lots of noise going on around here today because the mowers are here as well, and they mowed. So that's good. And then here is the area that we moved the boxes from. And then I forgot, I have these tiles that I bought several years back, actually from Aldi's, and I never used them. I was going to use them on my deck, but I didn't have enough. So I'm going to use those here in this area. I have cardboard I'm going to put down, so I'm going to use those and have another seating area here. And then we got these cannas and dahlias planted. So they'll hopefully, if they're still good, I overwintered them, they'll grow up here on the fence. Hi, are you guys in jail? Yeah, we have to put you in jail to keep you safe, huh? Yes, we do, because you'll run in the street and get yourself hurt. Or worse. Okay. Alright, so I am very happy in my pretty rhododendron. I like rhododendrons. Sometimes I drive past places and you can tell these rhododendron are old and they're just huge. There's another inmate in the jail. Are you an inmate in the jail? Yep. We'll go send you to the prison dogs and you can all get trained. Here they all come. I love these guys. Dinner, day 161. Today was a beautiful day. It was very pleasant, nice for working in the garden. And now I'm hungry. It's time to eat something. So I have a couple of shriveled up potatoes that I put in the microwave as a baked potato. So I want to have something with it. Let's see. I'm in the mood for, those are nuggets. Those are meatballs. Somewhere I have some Impossible chicken tenders. These are chicken fingers. More nuggets. Those are from Aldi's. Where did my chicken tenders go? I know they're in here. I didn't use them all. Ah, ta-da! I'm in the mood for some of those. All right, what else? I don't have any fresh produce other than I ate my apple as a snack. I still have a rutabaga, but that's not anything I feel like eating right now. And I don't have any fresh produce. I don't have any salad or lettuce or anything like that. So I'm going to go in my veggie drawer and see what we have in here. So I have this beautiful colored cauliflower. And I think I have some regular cauliflower too, but I think I want some of this. And I'm going to make that in the microwave too, because I have a microwave veggie cooker. All right, so that's going to be a very quick meal from the freezer and the potatoes. So still looking good. Not ready to buy more of anything. I want to use up what I have. Still lots of food in here, but I know what's in here and I know I can eat it down. And if there's a power shortage or outage, I think I can manage to save whatever this food is that needs to be saved. All right, so I will meet you back at the stove. Well, dinner is done, and I'm having some iced coffee that I just stuck leftover coffee in the refrigerator. So cheers to you. That's a nice treat. Okay, I made 4 of these all together. I'm only going to eat 2, and 2 of them I made for a sandwich for a different meal. So sometimes I just cook ahead. And I also cooked 2 baked potatoes, one for now, one for another meal. I can have it fried for breakfast, whatever. So I'm having that. And then this is the microwave steamer that I have, and I've had it for years. I don't even know where I got it. But it always does a nice job steaming veggies. I just put a little water in the bottom and steam the veggies for about 6 minutes. So it makes for a really quick and easy veggie. And like I said, I'm trying to cook up some of my frozen veggies so that they don't get freezer burned, and I will restock. You know, I have my veggie drawer and I will restock that, but I want to use up some of the things that I have. And then I think I'm going to keep the water, because I'm thinking tomorrow I want to cook some pinto beans, and I think that would add a nice flavor to the pinto beans. So I put some of this complete seasoning on the cauliflower before I cooked it, and that has salt and everything in it because it's complete. So I'm just going to add some butter to the cauliflower, and I'm going to do the same to the potato. Now these potatoes, I bought these quite a while ago during my last haul, and I really need to eat these up. These weren't the prettiest potatoes, but these are the butter russets, and I think those are so good. In fact, I'm going to try to grow some in my garden because I have some with some chits on it, and I need to get those in the ground like soon. But now that my garden is all set up, I should be able to do that. Alright, I'm going to put some butter on my baked potato. And if you keep these kinds of foods around your house, you don't always have to make a complicated meal with complicated recipes. You know, I'm always kind of striving for simplicity when it comes to delicious food. So anyway, I've got some ranch dressing, and I want to put some salt and pepper on my potato. And I like ranch dressing. I prefer it over sour cream on my baked potato. And then I'm going to put a little bit of just pink sea salt on the potato, because potatoes need salt, in my opinion. And then I have a little ranch dressing, about that much. I have an extra one from my stash. And then when I was looking through my stash, I found this home-style sweet pickled beets. I've had these before. I think I bought 2 of them at one point. Not my favorite, so I'm just going to try and add some vinegar to these and make them a little more tart. But, you know, like I said, if you don't like the taste of something, of a food you have, then try adding some other ingredients to it, and you might come up with something you like. So, okay, there it is. Dinner day 161. And I'm going to enjoy my meal. And I'm also going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed my garden. And I hope in the future that it will really look nice. So for now, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And do what you love.